Welcome back to another exciting episode of Oh, That's Random Podcast. I am your host, that guy, the one and only Nerdy G. This is the podcast where we take a little time to explore the extraordinary and ordinary. And today's no different. Listen, if this is your first time here, like, subscribe, share, do all of that good old stuff. The best way to support us, slide on over to nerdysumbrella.com and all of your worries will just, melt away and all that good old stuff. But listen, today is a special day. Today is one of those days where I told you guys I was doing my 12-part series for entrepreneurs, content creators, musicians, all of the above. And I told you I was going to finish out the series with a couple of interviews. So you've already should have seen one interview that's already hit the channel with Visitor Ruler. And today we have the privilege of having
Yung Gway. What's up, y'all?
There you go, Yung Gway, the guy. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna sit up here and we're gonna talk to Yung Gway today. And this is he's a musician. Is that correct, Yung Gway?
Yes, sir. I'm a musician, recording artist, whatever you want to call it. I fall in that line.
There you go. So first things first.
Okay.
How you been?
I've been good. I've been working. Just got back from a trip from Florida. Had to fly out, separate myself, make some more music, some dope music. But I've been doing good. What about yourself?
You know me, Nerdy just gonna do his thing. He gonna work day and night. You know what I'm saying? Gotta do it.
Gotta do it,
bro. So in Florida, you say you was out in Florida. So what you was doing out in Florida?
I was having the time of my life, really. Just waking up every morning, wake up and immediately just walk into the studio and get to recording, whether that's me starting the session or if somebody else is already there and they're working on a track and they're like, hey, come on, time to get on, time to rap, time to sing, whatever it is. That's what we were on the entire week.
Okay. Now, I like that. I like to hear that. Okay. So this is what we're going to do, guys, because this is part of his journey, okay? This is part of his journey. And before it all began, the journey, right? Because the journey is far from over.
Oh, so far from it.
It is that. So let me ask you, we're just going to start this out. What was it that inspired you to say, you know what? Music is something that I want to do and it's something that I want to pursue. What was it? What was that moment like, yeah, I gotta do this?
For me, that moment was whenever I seen how much music could affect people emotionally, mentally, and in the most positive aspects. So whenever I first started making music, my whole thought process was I want to make music for people who feel like me. I want to make music for people who may be feeling alone or like who may be feeling misunderstood. And even to this day, I carry that into every song that I write, every song that I record. And to me, that was my moment where it's like, this is the type of music I make, the type of music that I may have needed growing up or that I may have imagined relating to growing up. And that's what made me be like, I can do this. I can make the music.
What song was it that really just talked to you and say, you know what, I can get this a shot? Was it a song or was it a moment? What was it for you?
Like in terms of like a song for me that I wrote or
no? What song? Was there a song that said, "Yo, Yung Gway, I can do this. I can make this music." What made you get up and grab that pen and start writing your first bar? What was it? Was it a moment? Was it a song? What made you say, I want to do this?
It was definitely, I don't want to say it was just one moment. It was a series of moments in a very interesting year where I had lost some people, and the only way for me to vent was to pick up that pen and pad and start writing it down. And for me to have gotten it out and, played it back and heard, I'm like, oh, this is what I'm feeling. I understand now. It made me want to do it more. It was very compelling.
Okay, cool. So like I say, this is just the start of your journey or whatnot. But what's the hardest part about getting people to notice you as an artist so far? What has been the hardest thing just to getting people to say, let me go find his music, or let me gravitate toward his music? What's the hardest part so far?
Oh, the saturation of the music industry right now. Just that there's a new artist coming out almost every single day. There's someone who's gonna drop music that you like, that you don't like, but the hardest part is, for most definitely, is distinguishing like who is Yung Gway and what makes him different from these other artists that are coming out on these airways, that are they're presenting their music, they're presenting who they are, they're presenting their brand. And for me, the hardest part was figuring out how to make myself stand out, or how to make myself stand out while being a needle in a haystack.
All right, well, now tell me about that. Tell me what makes your style so unique, and what makes you do stand out. What makes you that shiny needle in a haystack?
My music is niche. Whenever you listen to it, it's slowed down a lot. It's not R&B. It has aspects of hip hop, even Midwestern aspects, where we have guitars coming in, drums, to it's a soft rock feel even. But what makes it all together, what ties it all together, is the lyricism, the stories that are told in the songs, the beat, the way that I'm able to slow down the world and visualize these monotone or these halcyonic days that I go through, and being able to just put them into a song and just be able to sit with that.
Okay,
that's what makes mine different for sure.
Okay, and so when you want to explain to someone like, hey, I'm Yung Gway,
right?
I'm an artist, and they say, how do I get your music, or where can I find your music, or what is it that you've done to make sure that the people like you? Like you said, there's people probably going through the same things that you're going through, and that you're putting that into your music.
Right.
How do you get them to find Yung Gway?
A lot of the promotions, or a lot of the ways that people find me is through social media, where whether that be on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, I give pieces and moments of my life for people to witness, to see who I am as a person. And then even on those socials, Instagram, TikTok, I have those poems that are being posted, and some people may not see it now, but those poems are still correlations. They're related to the songs that I make and write. They're still very much so bits and pieces of Yung Gway, that are able to, just like every other song that I write, you're able to dissect it. And then sometimes it's going to be in your face. Sometimes you got to sit with it for a little bit.
Now, let me ask you this. Are you worried about when people, like you said, that you show them different aspects of your life, right?
Right.
Now, of course, with the way that social media is today, when you allow your fans into your life, or you give them pieces of your life, do you worry about that affecting you on a mental level when the fame is there? Like when you can't go outside without hearing your name, when you look to the left, when you look to the right, it's like, yo, you gave us so much of you early on. Do you ever think about how that may affect you in the long run?
Truthfully, no. I don't think about it too much of how it'll affect me in the long run. I probably think about how some decisions or choices will come back and bite me in the butt later. But whenever it comes down to telling my personal life, or going into deeper aspects of situations that I've spoken on, everyone's gonna have their opinion at the end of the day. And so I know at the end of the day, you're gonna have your opinion on how I live my life. At the end of the day, I'm gonna live my life with as little regrets as possible and to the fullest as possible. And so long as I'm happy with that, I'm content.
Okay. What's one investment that you say that you've made that is just one investment in what you're doing? What's one investment that you made that you say, you know what, this was absolutely worth it, and if I was down to my last penny or whatever, I would invest in this again and again and again?
Oh, that's a really good question. That's a really good question, because a lot of my investments that I do put into music as of recently is to help kind of further my production in music, from MIDI keyboards to plugins. But in terms of like business, to try and if I was down to my last $20 and I had to invest $20 somewhere to be able to shake back.
Yeah, you put the $20 on. I ain't put the $20 on it. But if it was down to your last, and you say, yo, I got to make this investment, then tell me what that investment would be. Because like, I know it's different for every single creator, right? Whether you're an artist, content creator, when you're in this world of entrepreneurship, right? Because yes, you're an artist, but you're also an entrepreneur at the same time, because you're self-promoting, you're putting your music out there so that people can find and listen and hear what you have to say. But there's every single last one of us has that one thing that we say, you know what, even in my process and everything that I've done up to this point, this is this one thing that I'm going to invest in no matter what, over and over again, because either it got me over the hump, or it made things feel a little bit ease, or it did something to where you were like, you know what, I needed that. I can't be without that.
You know, in all honesty, so this is something that me and a very close friend of mine we look into a lot, but crypto miners that do what is it called? It's quarterly I believe quarterly deposits or quarterly payouts. The more you invest in them, of course, the more you're gonna get quarterly, but that's more for a long run. But I know for a fact, whenever it comes down to thinking about in terms of investments, for the longest time, crypto miners or companies that do crypto mining and have a return on investment, that's what I've always divulged to.
Okay. But no one piece of equipment that Yung Gway needs to make Yung Gway.
Like a piece of equipment,
like
a guitar,
a guitar. Everything is your investment, right? So anything that you do, that's
a guitar, a guitar or a piano, easily. A guitar or a keyboard, easily. Gotcha. I probably go for the keyboard to give myself more dynamic range, but if to feel comfortable in at home, guitar, easily. Put a guitar in my hands, I'll be all right.
Okay. Yeah, I think for me it would have to be, I asked you that question, and I guess for me, my cameras. My cameras are my everything. It's I can go back and I can look at life. I can go back and I can look at those moments that I captured. I can go back and say, you know what, this was good here, but at the same time, you know, if I need to take something out, I can edit reality. So it's more like a reality warping thing. So for me, it's always going to be my cameras, just for that reason solely. But you know, that's fine.
Okay.
I'm gonna say, what's the best interaction you've ever had with someone who follows your content?
Best interaction I've ever had with someone who follows my content, I got into an Uber drive one day, and I don't remember where I was going. I was going somewhere, but I got into the car, and the dude was listening to one of my songs. He was listening to Way Up, and it threw me off because I was like, oh, that's my song. But it was my song being played in the car of an Uber, and I didn't know this person.
Yeah.
And so I was like, but it was so cool because we ended up talking, and shout out Core 94 because that's actually where he found me for putting Way Up on the radio. He had heard the song and he just ended up liking it, and so he added it into his playlist, and that's how he ended up finding me.
Yeah.
And so to be able to have just on a random day, thinking that I'm gonna go on about some normal business, and I end up having someone playing my music that I've never seen this person before. I've never met them, but they're listening to my music, and until I said something, they didn't realize like, oh,
That's you.
that's Yung Gway.
Yeah,
Yeah, like Yung Gway's riding in the back of my car. And even whenever I did tell him, he was cool. He asked about the track. He asked about the thought process, the creation of it, and I was very greatly appreciative of that, because not only did he appreciate the song itself, but he appreciated the song in its totality, from down to the creation to the writing process and even the recording for whenever I was telling it to him.
Yeah. See, I think that's awesome too, because like, I'll tell you this: I've been recognized, right?
Right.
But everybody knows Nerdy's gonna change this hairstyle at any given moment. Okay.
Drop of a dime.
I'm gonna change this hairstyle. I'm gonna do whatever I gotta do. But I did notice, like, I was out and I was delivering some things, right?
Right.
And when I went to go deliver it, they got this guy. He was like, "Man, you look familiar, man." He's like, I was like, and I just smiled. I didn't say anything. I'm making my delivery, and he was like, "Yo, babe, come here, man, babe, look at him, look at him.
Don't he look familiar?"
Yeah, and literally, he's like, "Yo, don't he look like somebody you know?" And I just smiled. Finished my delivery, told him, "Hey, thank y'all. Y'all have a wonderful evening." It's like, yeah. And then for me, that's cool, because I know that they saw the content.
Right.
The fact that they couldn't pinpoint it, I know when I left, I know they found it.
They had to have, because they was looking for it.
They went, yeah, because like, no, I like, you know, I know that person. I know this guy from somewhere. I know I've seen him somewhere. Yeah. So for me, I like that piece, because it just kind of let you know, hey, those moments right there let you know to keep going. No matter
100%.
what. Keep going, because hey, that's what it's all about. You want to know that the messages that you're putting out in the world are going to
be received,
right, and help somebody, right? Yeah. Or just, you know, hey, somebody else too likes what it is that you're doing, or what you're putting out. So I like that with the fans, or just, you know, haters, fans, whatever it is.
Haters, fans, whatever.
They're all welcome. Okay, all are welcome here. All nerds, all things nerdy is welcome here. Okay,
bingo.
So let me ask you this.
Okay.
From your creation process, right?
Mm-hmm.
What does it look like from ideal all the way up to upload?
From idea to upload. Okay. So the way that I create my songs is I've stopped producing as much, so I can focus a lot more on my writing as of recently. So I'll give you the most up to date process on my creative process, where one of my producers, they'll send me a pack of instrumentals. I'll listen to them, whichever ones I'm vibing with. Those are the ones that I'll start making songs on. Normally, whenever I'll hear the instrumental, I'll get my pen and pad. I'll start writing some ideas, start getting some brainstorming, maybe even freestyle one or two, just to try and catch a vibe. And once I understand where I'm at in terms of the ideas and where I want to go with it, that's whenever I'm like, okay, let's take it to the booth. Let's put it on wax. Let's get the recording done, and that's whenever the performance comes out.
All right. Now,
okay.
I want for that. This is important, everybody.
Okay.
I want y'all to hear this, and I want you to hear his response. How many times have you changed that process from the start?
Oh, countless times.
And that's okay.
I changed it 2 weeks ago. Well, no, I changed it yesterday. I can't even lie.
Hey, listen, and guys, that part right there, when it comes to creating something, when it comes to building something,
it's okay to start over.
It's okay to go back to the drawing board. The term is, or the saying is, throw spaghetti at the wall until it sticks, or throw something at the wall until it sticks. That's just that whole, you know, hey, how do you know your noodles are done? Throw it at the wall. If it sticks on the wall, then they're done. If they don't, leave them in there a little bit longer, right?
Yep.
So you have to redo your process all over. I mean, if you go back to any YouTuber, right? Take me, for example, right? when you go back and you look at you go back and you look at these playlists and you go all the way back, you'll see you'll see the progression. You'll see where the lighting was horrible. You'll see where it got better. You'll see where the green screen was like, holy crap,
where it was bugging out.
Right. And then it's like, oh, there's something different here now.
The floating head incident.
Yeah, it's all and it's different now, but that's me changing the process. That's me learning more information, me getting more information, me myself, teaching myself things and being better in the process of getting things out. And you guys seen the space changed all the way from Big 5 studios all the way down to 4 Mile Radius studios, from the green screen down to sitting here, in studio. Like I say, 4 Mile Radius studio, like we're sitting here, and this is a bigger space for That's Random Podcast. If you're signed up for the Patreon, which is Nerdy's umbrella, you will see the brunch chicks using this space. You'll see the Red Cup edition using this space. Mm-hmm. A lot of other more content over there. You're gonna see some behind the scenes stuff from you're gonna see some behind the scenes stuff. You're gonna be like, wow, I didn't even know that like there are some shows over there that did not make it to YouTube, and I put those shows over there.
Lost Files.
Oh man, the Lost Files are so nice. Oof. So you can, everything that you've done, everything that you do, you document it, and not saying that you're doing this just for money, but you're doing this to track your journey, because the journey is everything, if you ask me, right?
I agree.
So tell me this, so far, what's the weirdest, no, let me do it like this. What's the most embarrassing moment as an artist have you had so far up to this point?
My most embarrassing moment as an artist that I've had so far. Ooh. I showed an unfinished project to one of Keisha Cole's producers. And when I mean unfinished, I mean no mix, just pure vocals. Over a really trashy beat. Yes. In all honesty, that was probably my most embarrassing moment, but it was also one of my most teaching moments, because I forget his name to this day, but we sat down, had a conversation for about an hour, discussed some things. He gave me some tips and pointers, and those same tips and pointers that he gave me to this day, I still use. Yeah. Like when they're making my music, slow down sometimes. It's okay to slow down. It's okay to speed up when you need to, but for the main part, at that time, I needed to slow down. Yeah. And that's what allows me to capture those small moments of life that make it seem bigger than life in my music or in my writing.
Mm-hmm. And you got to do that. I don't think people realize sometimes. Pace yourself. It's okay. It's okay to pace yourself. It's fine. It's fine to pace yourself. In the words of Nipsey Hussle, it's not a race, it's a marathon. So how long can you last? One of the things that Drake says, we'll still see who's around a decade from now. When you go back and you look at 2010, you go back and look at 2010, 2011, 2012, you look at all the artists that was out then, and look at how many of them still are here today and making, not just making music, but being relevant. You know what I mean? And it's the same thing with the content creators. It's the same thing. Not all content creators were able to make the transition. Like not all the Vine creators transition to the longer form content, right? Right. TikTok, they didn't make it on Instagram, Facebook. Like some of these places are kind of hard to like break through, but also too, the saying is, and I want all you guys to understand this. Yes, social media is a helpful tool, but the name of the game is, in order to make money,
you got to spend money.
Simple. Just that simple. You want your stuff to get out there. You say, oh, people can't see my stuff, blah, 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 blah. Guess what you need to do? You probably need to go ahead and boost. You probably need to go ahead and spend that money on marketing. Marketing is a thing. It's a reason why the commercials on the Super Bowl cost $500,000, $1 million and up, just because 30 seconds can blow your brand up. 25 seconds, 10 seconds on that spot, and having all of those eyes, that can make the difference, right? And it's the same thing on TikTok. TikTok is a little bad about it, but for you to get your buzz and for you to get wherever you monetize that, in order for you to get that, that's what you have to do. You have to spin and boost certain things. And hey, once it comes across, it comes across. So you have to spend that money to make money. That's one of my gems that I would give all upcoming content creators. Have a marketing budget. Have a marketing budget. I don't have money for a marketing budget, nerdy. I'm just up. Trust me. Have a marketing budget. There's things that you can do.
Please do.
Okay. But let me ask you this. What's your favorite part of creating that your audience will never get to see or haven't seen you do? What's your favorite part of just like in the moment?
The takes. Nah, that's my favorite part, because there's gonna be some tracks that where you hear talking, you hear laughing. There's just something about that track that's there where something's going on in the background of that take, and we just decided to leave it in the track. That's the best part, because you never know what's going to happen, and it's always so funny, whether it's somebody else being in the studio with me and they're on their phone and all of a sudden they're watching Instagram reels and you can hear it on the track. It's certain moments like that, even though you're like, we're trying to get work done, it's funny.
Yeah.
So it definitely lightens the mood sometimes, especially whenever like the song that we're on is a very strong and real topic. So to be able to have those funny moments or those breaks in between where we're able to feel human, it helps it make it feel a lot lighter and feel just a lot more fun. It makes you feel less like work and more like play.
Okay. Cool. Let me see. What's one dream collaboration that you are determined to make happen? Like you're determined to make this happen. Not like and I hear people say, what's your dream collaboration? No. That's easy. But what's that one dream collaboration that you say, you know what? I'm going to make this happen no matter what. My determination is I'm going to do me, but the reality is I want to get this. This is going to get done. Like, I know, like, was it the guy from New York 38 Special, how he wanted a verse from Jadakiss. To me, I think the way that he wanted it, the way that he went about it was in the public is not the way to go.
Right.
But determination is I want a verse from him so bad that I'm gonna diss him, and maybe he'll see my respect and blah 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 whatever.
Right.
But what's that one dream collaboration that you say, you know what, no matter what, even though I'm on my own path, I'm gonna make sure, or I'm gonna do everything that I can. Like, hey yo, reach out to blah 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 whoever it is. I want this person, and this is the collaboration. Who is that person for you?
Drex Carter, without a doubt. He has this one song called Nandina. It's one of my favorite songs ever by him. Listened to it thousands upon thousands of times, and he has a lot of other amazing tracks too. He was actually in Dallas, I think, like 2 years ago. Ended up hitting me up. We spoke for a little bit. That was pretty cool. Didn't get the opportunity to make a track with them then, but we gonna make it happen. But most definitely Drex Carter, without a doubt.
Drex Carter, you're that Young Gway. Y'all make that happen, man. Just that easy. That's how we do that, right? You know, sometimes we do it.
Yes, sir.
When people hear your name years from now, what do you hope they remember about you, or what do you hope they say about Young Gway?
He was authentic.
Okay,
that's what I would like to hear. It's just he was authentic and as true as possible.
Okay,
that's what I want to. That's what I want people to think about me.
That's simple. That's easy. That's quick. That's a nice little deal. But before I get you up out of here, right?
Okay.
Got a little lightning round for you. Okay.
Oh.
Well, I want you. I mean, don't take too long on it. It's called a lightning round. All right. See. Okay. Here we go. You ready?
Ready.
Coffee or energy drinks?
Energy drinks.
Shorts or long form content?
Shorts.
Script or freestyles?
Script.
Morning creator or night owl?
Morning creator.
Camera or microphone if you could only upgrade one?
Microphone.
Favorite editing software?
Logic Pro X.
Favorite creator right now?
Ren Comics.
And what one word describes your journey so far?
A blessing.
Ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. I am that guy, Nerdy G. That over there is Yung Gway. All his information will be in the description. Go stream his music. Go listen to it. Great tracks. Okay? Things that you want to hear. Is there anything that you have coming up that the people should be on the lookout for? Should be be ready for? What's going on? What's going on in your world?
The next project to drop, the testimony. Be on the lookout for it. Be dropping here late August.
Late August, y'all heard that. So that's probably like within the next 2 weeks, depending on when you're watching this. And if it's past August,
you know it's out.
It's out. But his information, his Spotify, his Apple Music, all that information is gonna be in the description.
We on all platforms.
All platforms, y'all heard that. So be sure to go check out Yung Gway. Once again, this is That's Random Podcast. This is the podcast where we take a little time to explore the extraordinary and ordinary. I am your host, that guy, Nerdy G, and with my guest today,
Yung Gway.
And we out this bitch.
We out.